So the first thing that you want to do is you want to prep your skin. That's probably the most important piece to your whole makeup routine. So I wash my face just with regular face wash. I have lots of different kinds. And then I use Paula's Choice BHA. And so let's just see if I can, yeah. So Paula's Choice BHA, salicylic acid, I use that in the morning. I'm going to use sunscreen, so that's okay to use. Then I use the Matrixyl Synth 6, and that is from Timeless. And because I have to use it up, I use them both at the same time. So then I also use the Coenzyme Q10, and that's from Timeless as well. So I really like those for prepping the skin. So those help rebuild the collagen and, you know, the building blocks and all that good stuff. And then to set it all, I put my Tatcha water cream. I love this stuff. You do not have to use a cream like this. It's super bougie. This is my like special treat cream, but I do love it. And so, yeah, so now that the skin is prepped, I should hold my hair back. So I have contacts in right now. I don't usually wear them. So, okay, so I'll just pull my hair back. And then what we're going to use for your foundation, so it doesn't get like, you know, in the creases and all that kind of stuff. So I have discovered Paula's Choice. This is the Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 30. So I had not been using SPF for so long, and I know everyone tells me that I should, but anyway, so I finally started. So I use probably, I'll put it on my hand first, then I'll show you. I probably put about that much on, and then I like taking this. So Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, Oil-Free Natural Skin Perfector. Can you see it? Hopefully. Yeah, so then I take, so my color is 0W1, and that's in Pearl. And so I just take about the same amount, actually, on my hand there. And it's going to seem like a lot, but the Paula's Choice is really thin, and so it really, water is like really watery. So anyways, I just kind of smoosh them together like that. And I have used like sponges and brushes and whatever, but honestly, I just find using my fingers is the easiest. It's also the cheapest. It's the cleanest, as long as you're obviously cleaning your hands. Okay, and then I just, because it's so thin, it won't dry down really fast. So you're just gonna plop it all on. And the only thing when sunscreen kind of gets in your hairs, it kind of sticks to them a little bit. So that's the only thing I've found just to be a little bit careful of, but it's not really a big deal. I know it looks crazy right now. You just gotta trust the process. And because it's like a moisturizer as well, because the other one's just a tinted foundation, it's way thinner and it is just way more flattering. So I have oily to combo skin still, so this I actually find keeps my skin matte all day, this like whole routine that I'm about to do. And I've spent like, oh my gosh, I've spent so much money on all sorts of foundations, like, oh, just every single foundation you can think of. And I should link some that I've tried so that if you have tried the same ones and kind of like them, then you might like this routine as well. Anyways, I was just looking for something lighter because I was just finding it was looked so heavy on my skin, just regular foundation. And it was making me look older. Like it just settled into like all my smile lines and all that kind of stuff. So, and then I just pat it as it starts to dry down. I kind of stop rubbing so hard and I just kind of pat it right in there, and that is, it warms it up, and just pressing it like right into your skin. And so then just give it a nice, especially around the hairline, I just kind of pat it in there. Okay, well, I'm gonna try a close-up. I don't know how flattering this is gonna be, but until I get all my makeup on, it's probably not all that flattering. So anyways, whoa, there's a shadow. You can see it's like a light coverage. I mean, it still looks like my skin for sure. It looks nice and healthy and glowy. So then, okay, so now, so that's my SPF. That's what I put on for SPF. Maybe I should be putting more. I don't know. I live in Canada and I work inside a lot. So the next step I kind of let it dry down a little bit. I don't jump into the setting powder right away, but I'll just tell you which one I use. I use Makeup Forever. I find that a lot of the setting powders have like a sparkle to them, and I don't like that, especially because I feel like my skin's a little more like oily and shiny, whatever. So the last thing I want to do is put more like shine and sparkle on my face. So I have found that this Makeup Forever, I think it's, yeah, Banana 2.0. It comes with a little powder puff here. Here, I'll just set it aside so you can kind of see the little container, and there's the Makeup Forever. Anyway, so what I do is so the little lid like opens, and I just like pat it into the lid just so you get like a fine little bit of dusting in the lid there. And then I use the velour powder puff that it comes with. And I'm just kind of waiting for my makeup to dry down a little here. So yeah, but so, you know, I go into Sephora and a lot of the girls, they're all really lovely. They're super helpful, but I've noticed that like some of their makeup looks really cakey. So there was one girl though, and you know, her skin looked flawless. She actually looked like she wasn't wearing anything. And that's when she introduced me to Tinted Moisturizer. And so I tried it. I'm trying to think what my first one was. Oh yeah, it was the Nars. And so the Nars was really great, but I did notice it still kind of went in my lines a little bit. And then I found Mercier, and I really liked that one. But then I wanted to be wearing sunscreen. And so when I tried Paula's Choice, I noticed that it kept my skin really matte as well. So I'm really happy with that combo. The Paula's Choice just gives me, the Mercier just gives me a little bit more coverage. So, okay, so I'm ready now. So here's my setting powder, and I'm not like baking, but I just kind of plop it under both my eyes there. And now I know probably a lot of you could just stop at this step. It just takes down the shine, which is great. And I put it everywhere. I mean, I know a lot of people just might put it in their T-zone, and I definitely start there, but I do kind of take whatever's left and I put it over my eyes as well. I just like to have everything all nice and set, and I just go to a little boop on each cheek. And yeah, I have found that this is, there's no creasing happening. And around here I usually get some, but there's none that happens. And I can wear this like all day, and it's freaking awesome. So, okay, so that is the foundation part of it done. And then I take my Nars, and this one is in Laguna 2 with my fluffy brush. And this one, well, it doesn't really matter. I just like a nice fluffy brush with that. And I swirl it around in there. Now I'm just gonna put some color. I totally just forgot that I do usually one more step, but that's fine. I do take my Sephora powder. So using the setting powder might be enough for you, and that's fine. But I do like taking it's the matte powder foundation. And usually at this step, I would put my eyebrows on, and then I take this, and because I like to just powder them down a little bit. And then I just take this also, and this is what I press into my kind of T-zone there. For one, I like the color. It's just a little bit more yellowy, so it cancels out any red. And then where I might get a little bit shiny, I just kind of push that in those spots there. A little bit on my chin, and then just kind of very softly blend out the rest. And I like just having that layer of powder down so that when I do contour, it goes on a little smoother and doesn't stick in any of maybe the spots that might still be a little damp if you didn't quite get it all with your setting powder. So that's what I do with that. And then I take my bronzer and just swirl it around. And now I've been doing it like in the hollows, but now I've been doing it a little higher. So I do it a little bit more up on my cheeks, and I come right down, and we'll tie it all in together there. We'll just do both sides. All right. And then we're gonna get it right into the hairline there. And you're doing kind of that number 3, right? So like 1, 2, and then 3. Now I've got a really bright light on me, so it looks very dark, but you'll see it'll all tie together. So a lot of the girls that wear makeup, I mean, I watch Hot and Flashy a lot, which is, she's awesome. But a lot of the girls that do their makeup and do their skincare and stuff, they are freaking gorgeous. And they're, I'll find a lot of them are really young, or they just wear their makeup really heavy. And so it just doesn't really, I just don't find it super relatable. So I'm hoping that this is more relatable and it's not as like heavy. And then I just go down my neck and under my chin, a little bit on my chin. Okay, and then I just take a tiny little bit more and right under my nose. Boop, 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 boop. A little bit up each side. Try not to get it right on your tip of your nose because then you might look like you're cold. Okay, so that is that. Oh, and then the last step, of course, oh my gosh, I cleaned out all my little drawers and stuff and I found my little Nars blush. I love this one. And I just have a little, it's a MAC brush. They're probably all meant for like foundation and stuff, but I like use them for the powder. So I just take a bit on there and I'm just gonna really pop it on top of that like that and just bring it up a bit and then down a bit. And then again on this side, ooh, that bright light's very bright. Like that. Like that. So that is the first step of my flawless foundation routine for over 40. And this will last you all day long. So I gotta put my eyebrows on and then I'm gonna do some eye makeup and I will continue in another video to do eyes over 40. But yeah, anyway, so hopefully this is, you know, something that you like. I can always come back later too and just show you what that looks like at the end of the day without any touch-ups or anything. But I can guarantee you that this combo, Paula's Choice and Laura Mercier, that is your winning combo with, of course, the Makeup Forever setting powder. So those 3 things, and I think you're like golden. Anyways, good luck to you. Bye.